over your head, but also it gives you, we see some collarbone, we get nice neckline. That's lovely.
Well, and speaking of lovely, nothing it could ever be more lovely than a beautiful skirt. And we always feel like you get extra credit when you wear the skirt or the dress. So without having to do a lot of extra work.
Right.
This is a A-line knit skirt in a midi length, and we're offering it at a sale price of $56.98. Now that sale price will go up at the end of the day. 3 colors to choose from, actually 4 colors to choose from. We have the Jolly, we have periwinkle, we have black, and then on QVC.com, we have the navy. A 682-887 is your item number. So Stacy, talk to us about this knit. And actually, I think I'm going to put the periwinkle
here
because you can see that better.
Of course. Now, first of all, we always want knits. You should not hang your knits. Even when they're skirts, I'm going to say fold them and put them over the hanger. When we hang them, all knits, regardless, will stretch. They will start to drop, right? But look at the shape on this knit. Very few knits at this gauge, at this weight, can hold an A-line shape without falling apart. This maintains its shape while being so soft and so light and so packable and so wonderful. And I love to be able to do this to clothes and then go, woo, boom.
Yeah.
Right?
It's nice.
I mean, it is the easiest skirt, again. I know it's funny that you said we get extra points for skirts and dresses, but I'm sorry, in the summer, we don't always have time for shorts. We want a little air. We want a little air conditioning in between, right? A little like less thigh chafing. We want a lot of things to help us. And I really believe that we are underselling skirts and dresses. As long as they are comfortable and easy to care for, these are great spring summer pieces.
Well, and look how thin this is, because when you're talking about spring and summer, we want something that's whisper light. So it does hold its shape.
And you hear knit and you think no.
Yeah, you think a sweater knit, it's going to be chunky and heavy. No, look how thin this is. The extra thread not included, but look how thin. It won't go. There it goes.
There you go.
But look how whisper thin this is. So it's going to be light, but the opacity is there. So as much as, you know, we want it to be light, we also want the modesty. You're not going to have to worry about being able to see through that.
Jane, I really appreciate that. I mean, you are also just from somebody who's seen these clothes maybe, you know, for the first or second time.
Yeah.
But you're really able to notice things like opacity is a real issue in a lot of cases.
Right.
I was even worried about these pants today. I was like, oh my God, are you going to be able to see my striped shirt through them? Right? We think about these things all the time. So we're constantly looking for fabrics that allow for that lightweight, easy breezy feeling in spring, summer, but that also retain shape, opacity, and you know, last over time. That's the most important thing. If you're going to buy something for me, you got to have it in your closet for a while.
Right. I love being able to go back through and find new purposes for this. And you know, although we talk about how nice and comfortable and late this is, I think when we turn the corner into the next season, which I won't say out loud, F-A-L-L, when you put this on with a tight and a boot, then you can extend the season. It might not be the skirt that you wear in the middle of the frigid winter in Minnesota, but it's that transitional. So 3, if not 4 seasons out of the year.
That's correct. I would say absolutely 3. There is no question. As I said, most of my clothing is meant to be used 3 seasons because as we know now, it can be cold in summer, it can be hot in winter, and I don't know where spring and fall disappear into, but it seems like we get 7 days of each and that's it.
There's
right?
less of it every year.
Yes. So we're turning into a 2-season world instead of a 4-season world.
Well, the sale price on this does go up at the end of the day. If you were here with us earlier, you saw us play with the basket weave cardigan that coordinates with the top that Stacy is wearing. That goes really nicely with this, so you can mix and match. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same green. The Kelly green can be worn with other things in your wardrobe, like pink and beige and yellow.
Absolutely. And I will say one thing. When you are doing a super bright color in a solid like this, your best bet is a neutral or a neutral print, right? Something that is really going to, unless you love color and you love wearing, you know, fuchsia and Kelly together, which, like, no judgment. But I think that for most people, if you're going to take on a bright color, it's much easier if you mix and match that with something a little more subtle. Like, so that there's, you know, this is main actress energy, best actress energy, not best supporting.
Right. And speaking of Best Actress, how does the black not win for Best Actress every time?
Every time.
And unapologetically.
I mean, this is the Viola Davis, the Meryl Streep.
Yes,
Do you know what I'm
ma'am.
saying? Like, you only get this once
You gotta
in a
get
while.
that white. You gotta get that black skirt. And actually, speaking of, how about just a simple?
Shut up. Oh,
There we go.
I love it.
That's that. Oh wait, but it gets better because we don't want her to be left out.
No.
No. There she is.
There
Look at this
she is.
combo. There's that jacket, once again, being used another way. $74.99 is the sale price. Information for the jacket was on your screen, so go ahead and place your order for that. And then put this skirt in the cart too, because you get extra wearability for the season as well.
And then I mean, we've done
But
this.
wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. You could
Yes.
do the ivory with any of these. I love the navy with the
with-
periwinkle.
Yeah.
There's just so many options.
Yes, so many options, so little time.
So little time.
And speaking of little time, can you believe that hour is up?
We're done.
That's it. That's it.
But we were having such a
know.
good time.
We'll do it